The other day, I made this video looking at some of the most underrated LEGO sets in recent years, so it only feels right now to look at some overrated ones. The sets I've chosen range from sets with bad minifigures, terrible prices, or even entire sub-themes that were such disappointments. So what's up LEGO fans, it's LEGO Man Cam, and let's jump straight into the first set being Jedi Bob's Starfighter from LEGO Star Wars just last year. This set retailed for $40 in the US or $60 in Australia, and the reason that this set is so overrated is just that it was so overhyped to the point where a year later everyone has forgotten about it. Don't get me wrong, I love the Jedi Bob minifigure, but the Gonk Droid and Akbar Trooper aren't super interesting, and the $40 US price point is just too high for this set, that it's actually on clearance for 33% off here and still not selling. The best use for this set is to merge it with this creator plane and make a full-sized Plo Koon Starfighter, which I'll definitely be doing sometime soon. I do also want to point out that the sets that are on this list aren't necessarily bad. I'm just saying that they're not quite as good as they are talked up to be, making them overrated. However, if you disagree with me, please let me know in the comments. Next is an older set and our first regular LEGO Sonic set ever, the Green Hill Zone set from LEGO Ideas. This set released in 2022 and was $80 in the US and $120 Australian, and the set looks cool from the outside, but there are a few reasons that this is rated a little too highly. First is the build for Eggman, which honestly looks hilarious and so terrible compared to the newer molded one that we've gotten, plus the fact that this set has 1,125 pieces, which you may be thinking is a good thing, considering the price per piece seems really good. But this set was made before LEGO had 2-plate high bricks, meaning that there are 107 brown 1x1 plates and 110 of them in dark nougat. Obviously, this makes this set an absolute nightmare to build, and overall, I think that sets like the BioLizard or modern LEGO Sonic sets are just so much better. Now let's go to LEGO Ninjago, where this might be my most controversial take in this video, and I'm talking about a whole line of sets rather than just one, but these are the Ninjago City modulars, initially debuting in 2017 with Ninjago City from the LEGO Ninjago movie. Since 2017, LEGO has made 5 of these sets, being Ninjago City, docks, gardens, markets, and then workshops this year, and in my opinion, these sets just look so messy. I am a huge Ninjago fan. I've been there since the start of the theme and I buy so many sets every year, but I cannot get around to collecting these due to their mishmash of designs and overall busyness. Maybe this is a terrible take and you can roast me in the comments, but especially with the recent Ninjago City Workshop set, I'd much prefer LEGO to spend this number of pieces and budget into making a beautiful temple or Borg tower rather than these 5 sets. I see so many people confessing their love for these sets and everyone is always so excited to see a new one get revealed. However, I've just never really understood the hype, and there are elements from some that I like, but when you put them all together, they just feel super messy to me, and other than the minifigures, I just don't like these. Going to a more recent set now from just this year, we have the How to Train Your Dragon Toothless set. This one retailed for $70 or 110 Australian, and was the definition of a missed opportunity. While I haven't seen any of the films since the original, I thought that this set was just such a miss compared to us getting an awesome full-size Toothless set with at least a minifigure of Hiccup to go with it. While I don't think the set that we got looks inherently bad, I definitely think it was overhyped, as the chibi style doesn't really fit the themes of these movies, and overall this set just doesn't accomplish anything that a $15 plush toy couldn't, so I think the price on this one is also just way too high. Our next set is from the LEGO Star Wars theme, but just quickly, if you do enjoy my videos, please consider subscribing as we're trying to reach 40,000 by the end of the year. Anyway, this next set is the Ghost from 2014, what was once regarded and still is as one of the best LEGO Star Wars sets from the early 2010s. The reason I'm saying this set is overrated is due to the newer version releasing in late 2023 just looks so much better. Plus you get the Phantom 2 in that set as well. The old set does have some pros, such as our only ever Zeb Aurelius minifigure, who is an awesome looking figure, plus the fact that you might get that rare black-haired Kanan, a figure that is worth nearly $200 today. However, this set in its entirety still sells for upwards of $500 to $600, where I think it would be a much better value for you to buy the newer model before it retires, as we know Zeb will be in the Mandalorian movie next year, which could definitely make him a candidate to appear in one of those sets. Flipping to a more recent set, let's look at the Krusty Burger from the LEGO Simpsons line, released just this year, which was a really surprising move for a lot of us since most of us thought that LEGO Simpsons was dead. There's a few reasons why I think this set is overrated, and first is its size. For $210 in the US and $350 Australian, the overall building is very minimal compared to the Quickie Mart or Simpsons house that came before. I saw this one built in person at a LEGO store recently, and I could definitely see that it features 400 less pieces than the Quickie Mart and a further 400 less than the Simpsons house. Plus, LEGO uses a lot of smaller pieces in their sets now, making this one feel so much tinier. The box for this set is also another thing that really annoys me, since it doesn't follow the design of the first two sets and opts for a boring 18+ black box. Last are then the minifigures, which there are certainly some cool ones, but Bart, Lisa, and Homer offer nothing new other than the stain on Homer's shirt, and I just think there could have been so many better variants of these characters to add, plus the fact that they still get the color of Bart's shirt wrong. Going back to LEGO Ninjago now, Ninjago Crystallized is known as one of the worst Ninjago seasons ever for kind of dropping the ball and not sticking the landing. However, the full set wave from this theme has got to be one of my favorite Ninjago waves ever, with great sets like Nia's Samurai X-Mech or the Crystal King. In saying that though, the Golden Ultra Dragon is a set that I think is super overrated. For $150 in the US or $240 in Australia, this set looks good, but not that good. I think the four heads are a nice touch with the translucent colors molded into some of them, but the wings look really dated on this one already, feeling more like massive knives or blades rather than nice flowing or vinyl wings that we are used to getting these days. The minifigures give you a good spread of characters, getting all four of the original ninja, but the only real standout here is the Oni Lloyd, who, if you remember from the show, had 4 arms, yet they're missing here. For only 989 pieces too, this set feels quite overpriced, even with the inclusion of so many pearl gold elements. There is then a set from this year, released to coincide with one of the most anticipated Marvel movies that came out, being Galactus from the Fantastic Four. This set was super hyped and anticipated for it being our first ever LEGO Fantastic Four set, which is totally fair. It was so overdue for us to see these characters in LEGO. However, I think LEGO once again dropped the ball on mainly the minifigures, but the build also to some degree. All 4 figures are missing those dual molded legs, which would have gone so far to make them look incredible, and the face designs aren't anything too unique here, leading to a lot of LEGO YouTubers creating their own custom figures such as CPA Foal. The build, which is then probably the best part of the set, works well, but for $60 US and 100 Australian, it feels super lackluster for that price. Part of me wishes that this would have been in the scale of those huge LEGO minifigures that we saw a few years back with Giant Man or the Ninjago Stone Warrior, or even that figure from the Wonder Woman movie, or even one of those even bigger LEGO characters like the ones we've seen the past few years with the little minifigure in the head of the other one. Overall, I am happy that we did finally get a Fantastic Four set. I truly am. But I would love to see some better looking minifigures and a set with Doctor Doom in it to come out with Doomsday next year. With that being said though, those are some of my picks for the most overrated LEGO sets of all time. Let me know any others that you can think of, and please subscribe to help us reach 40,000, and I will see you in the next one.